Wow, I just started this video and just look at all that wind, all that dust, man. Shoot. That's why I had to keep the door closed. And I got this thing on a chair and it's still blowing the chair around, even under the wheels. Hey, I want to give an update to the my YouTube channel because I haven't actually put that through yet. I said that I would, and then it's kind of been 2-3 weeks since I've actually done anything about it. I've got a lot of great ideas and this and that, but I need to get these hurdles and these pitfalls and these series of unfortunate events just kind of over with. I didn't really even want to start everything and take those next steps. I wanted to take all the right steps into the YouTube channel, into the program on how to actually edit all the films. But I need the foundation set first, so I don't have to worry about that. The van broke down again. It wasn't out of the blue. I mean, I suppose that it was a surprise in the moment that my alternator went out, but being that I can actually look back and say, oh, okay, these things were actually leading to it. I was actually putting a lot of stress on it. I went from a 90 amp alternator that came with the vehicle stock to a 200 amp alternator that AC Delco has. Ideally, I wish that Bosch, which is one of the main manufacturers that are compatible with this van, I wish they did have the right alternator, but they don't. So they only have 90, and even if I run two 90s in series, it's not enough to actually deal with the power output in the back. And the reason I'm spending so much time talking about the alternator is because that's the foundation of the power draw. And the thing that I learned from Dan when I set up all my electrical is the main premise behind how to get things to work, long term is overkill. So the fact that if I can use the alternator only needs to work under 35 to 40% load. Well, that might be true with a 200 amp alternator just to start the vehicle, but to handle the load in the back, that takes another alternator. And I want to make sure, because of what I've seen off of the one alternator, I know it was handling the engine too, but I'm going to get the same alternator. That one should be under warranty, and I should be able to get that back and get a new one, and then I can run that one with the one that I'm getting mailed to me in series. It's been a series of unfortunate events since Tuesday. I actually stayed down the way here at the casino in an area that's designated for that type of one night stay or so. And when I got back on the highway, everything, all my electrical's going out on me. I'm starting to lose some power. My transmission won't shift. Well, now once I look under there, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay. Well, the alternator's tied into the transmission as well, so that's causing an issue. Anyhow. Long story short is that the alternator, I need more power and I need more alternator power. So I need to run two in series like they do in motorhomes. Well, I just learned this through this issue. So I guess if I learn the hard way, then I learn the hard way. But I guess the next step is learning the program for the YouTube, and I would actually have a film up to show, and I would actually be able to cut away while I'm talking as a voiceover to show the film that I currently already have for the animals. I had a film for I had footage from the Jobby hand grip the stand that I have for my phone. It's got another extension out there where I could also put the GoPro on there. Well, I had the GoPro when I was allowed to go into the shelter and get footage of the adoptable animals. One of them really needs to be adopted. As many do really, but one I got a lot of footage of, and I got phone footage and GoPro footage. But the problem is that trying to shuffle out my files and clean that up and organize it, I ended up deleting all the phone videos that I had set up. So the problem with that is now I only have GoPro and a couple still images, which is not bad. It really isn't. Like, I can actually do a lot with that. I can, but the problem is I only know pretty much about 70. I would say, to give even just to make it sound good, I would give about 70% of what I would think that I want to know on the basics to actually put together a video that shows the storyline of the animal. So I'm not there yet I'm not to the quality that I think that I should be able to put out to show as a representation of what I'm actually doing. The next step after that is to show the animal in their natural state. Again, this is the reason I didn't really kind of want to put this video out there, because my hesitation for actually even making another video is that I don't need to be this much a part of the film. See, I will be here to introduce the animal, and then I will cut away to the animal themselves that has the highlight reel. And so the attraction, I mean the foundation, the van, I don't want to have to worry about it. Well, I'm here, I'm stuck for another week. So, but once this alternator goes on, the power should be good. And then I do have other hurdles that I need to get to, but I don't really have to wait. There's not a waiting period. I'm not waiting for something to get mailed to me, or waiting for approval from a government agency that has to go through red tape to get it realized or whatever. You know, those things are pretty much over. There are things that I need to do to tighten everything up, basically tighten it up. So that there's going to be some weeks involved in that before everything is top notch. But I have the template. I have the understanding as to what I'm looking for. I know the things I need to ask, and when it comes to the program to learn how to edit the film, I know the right questions of where my learning has lacked, like how I learned slower than I probably should. But what do I need to ask? Because Daniel's at DA Computer's been really great with me, man, and he's really willing to work with me. So, I mean, but I don't want to take up his time on a lot of dumb questions, or me not actually learning the way that I should. So, so I'm gonna learn a little bit more, I guess, throughout this week, because I'm stuck here at this travel center. It's about, I don't know, 20-30 miles west of Palm Springs. It's really not that cold, just breezy for the most part. And I'm probably even talking too loud because this mic is really good. I guess I'll show that too, because I have a lot of the good, really foundational components that are necessary to get my point across. And some of that is the volume, is right now, I have footage where I'm farther out with the animal themselves. So you can see that I'm really far, like I can go really far out and you could still hear me. Yeah, I mean, I've actually gone, if you could see, well, I don't think the camera catches it, but there's a garbage area, kind of a concrete walled off garbage area that I was walking around even under the lowest decibel, which I don't even understand the full properties of what the decibel actually is, but it's somewhat of an understanding. But anyhow, I went all the way around there and it never even cut out. The signal didn't even cut out. So my volume is taken care of. That's not a problem at all, really. I mean, I can do, I've got 2 sets so I can interview somebody. I have the foundation that I need. I just have, once the power in the van gets worked out by hopefully Monday, I'm gonna hit back up Daniel with DA, and I'm gonna learn the right things I need to learn on the computer. So hopefully I'm about a week, 2 weeks out from learning. I'll be getting the footage, not this Sunday, because I was supposed to actually go to the shelter for 2 days. I actually feed there as a paid position on the weekends to feed the animals. But it's basically just a morning session with them. And then on Sunday, I do the morning, and then I do the afternoon for volunteer. I actually just walk them out, walk them and kind of get them socialized. Really cool people. These guys are top notch. They really do care, and that's what makes them top notch. They're actually reliable. They care about the animals. They're very communicative. If that's the right word. And they're in it for the right reasons, and they're actually they're quality people. They have a steadfast personality that you can rely on, but you can also trust that they're there for the animal themselves, and that's the group that I want to be a part of. So yeah, I'm glad I'm on the right track. Things are moving. They're almost there. I just wanted to give a video as a heads up as to kind of where things are at with me. I'm about 70% there with learning the video editing program, and just less than a week away from getting the alternator in, and probably about another 2 weeks away from really learning the program so that I can edit the films to really give the story as to who the animal is. So Yeah, I got some good animals. They've got a couple more, I think, since I've even been able to be there. And we're gonna get those films. We're gonna get them out of there, and that's the best I can say right now. It's still a video of me, but very soon as things progress, once I kind of get myself out there into YouTube, just taking videos in the meantime, I'm gonna learn the editing process, so then I can back off from the video and then inject them more into it. So I'm probably about 10% of the video, they're about 90% of the video, and then it's a nice even structure. And I continue to make all the films. As soon as they come in, I'm gonna start getting films and start highlighting. I should be able to down to about an hour. I should be able to edit a film down to for an animal in an hour in a volunteer session that I was going to anyway. So then we could put it up on Facebook and whatnot. But yeah, it's almost here. It's almost here. I'm putting everything into it. It shouldn't be financially. I should have everything that I need. And time-wise, it's pretty much on my own limitation. This week, in and of exception, really, because I pretty much don't have one aspect of everything that I need to get things done or be very productive in this week. So I'll give an update. I don't know. Maybe I'll even kind of show maybe I'll show the alternator getting put in or something. You know, I mean, I guess it's storyline as to showing kind of my progressions now that I'm very close to putting all the pieces together. But I did want to show that that I'm still on it and that I'm still working towards it. So long-winded video, but I think everything in here is pretty valuable. So.